Welcome to another round of SDH's coverage of life in the USL Championship. Very, very busy week. Handful of teams had two matches, some on Wednesday, then having to turn around and play again on the weekend. What we will do is we will go over all the results from the past 7 days. We'll get you set for the weekend as March turns to April, and we'll go over the standings and the plays of the week, player of the week, save of the week, all that kind of good stuff, and some of the highlights from some of the matches that were the marquee games that evolved into the marquee games in the East and the West. So let's go back into our results, going all the way back to the midweek. And it was Lou City with a 2-0 win at Montclair over Red Bulls 2. Tampa Bay Rowdies with 3 on the board at Fifth Third Bank Stadium as Atlanta United 2 loses 3-0. FC Tulsa beat San Diego Loyal in one of those East-West crossovers as a plus 145. They win that one 1-0. Vegas and El Paso, crazy match, and a lot of it happened in the second half. Vegas at a plus 603 gets the Duke over El Paso 5-4. El Paso Locomotive was a minus 286 in that one, and also late on Wednesday night, Los Dos knocked off RGV by the score of 1-0. On Saturday, full slate, 9 matches across the board. Detroit City and Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Big point for Detroit City at Keyworth, tying Pittsburgh 1-1, same score for New Mexico United and for Orange County SC. Goalless draw with Miami FC and Loudoun United. Hartford Athletic and Tampa Bay Rowdies, a 1-1 draw. Lou City and Indy 11 and Lipa FC. Louisville, Indianapolis Proximity Association football contest, if I remember my acronyms correctly, 1-1 draw there. Colorado Springs in a crossover as a plus 202 underdog beats Birmingham by the score of 2-0 at Protective. And one of our games of the week, the first one, out west, 10 o'clock start, Monterey Bay and the Oakland Roots at the football stadium at Laney. Here's how it went, a 5-goal thriller, courtesy of our friends at the USL Championship, ESPN Plus and YouTube.
Depending on how intense things get tonight, that rivalry can very quickly, organically form. We're underway in the first ever meeting between Oakland and Monterey Bay here from Laney College. A sold-out crowd tonight. Here's Boone inside to Kone. Back for Boone. Terrific! Chase Boone silences the Oakland crowd and puts Monterey Bay up 1-0.
What a strike by Boone. And clearly
looking for his first goal in an Oakland Roots uniform on loan from Venezia. Carlson tucks it away. 1-1 here in Oakland.
And what a confident approach there by Carlson.
Here's Danny Barbier. Sends one for Rito to run onto. Rito in front. Carlson doubles his pleasure. The Roots go up 2-1.
I think, again, that first ball pressure, that initial pressure is really denying some of the balls they were able to find in that first half.
Murphy's corner, headed by Boone, trickling in, off the post and in. Slowly going across the goal line, everybody turned to look, and they all saw it hit the post and go in. 2 for Magnus.
And we talked about navigating these last few moments. You're giving Monterey Bay an opportunity to set up a set piece here.
It'll be Murphy on the service. Watch out for Boone. 2 goals already. 1 came with his head. Sent toward that back post. And it's centrally Roberts! Bloody nose and all! Gives Monterey Bay the lead in the 90th minute!
You have to wonder if Deshaun Beard has communicated with Oakland on how long.
Hernandez, maybe one last chance. Final whistle. Monterey Bay FC with the franchise's first ever win in USL Championship, and it's one they won't soon forget. Back and forth affair. A 90th minute winner from the captain, Hugh Roberts.
What an incredible.
So the first win in franchise history comes on the road for Monterey Bay. Congratulations to them for getting full points for the first time in USL Championship. Also, a 10 o'clock start, another East-West crossover. Memphis 901, after Vegas had to go through the 9-goal thriller in the midweek, Memphis 901 was a plus 131 favorite on the road at Cashman. Got the win 1-0 there. San Diego Loyal in another 5-goal thriller out west beats Phoenix Rising by the score of 3-2. San Diego was a plus 488 on the board coming off of their 1-0 loss in the midweek. On your Sunday, 3 matches. It was Sacramento Republic over FC Tulsa by the score of 2-1. Once again, Tulsa winning in the midweek, losing on the weekend. San Antonio FC knocks off RGV at RGV by the score of 2-1. And our Eastern Conference game of the week was the last one on the board. Atlanta United 2, as their homestand continued, welcomed a rival in the Charleston Battery. Here's your highlights once again, courtesy of our friends of the USL Championship, ESPN Plus, and YouTube, and some of the voices might be familiar.
And we are underway from Kennesaw. Keep an eye on the breeze. Very, very stiff wind. Kilwine trying to work quickly up through the middle. Good turn to Andrew Booth. Sent in toward the top of the 18. Second chance deflected. Castanera's there. Easy in for the Charleston Battery and Aiden Apodaca halfway through the 6th minute. And it's 1-0 to the visitors.
The Battery are so good at making you uncomfortable on the pitch and in your defensive third. They do it again here. Gets the clearance there. It comes right back. And Apodaca's on the backside. It's just wave after wave of Battery players. John blocks that cross, but it comes right back to Harmon. Plays it across. Apodaca.
Jackson Conway hits the turf. Quick restart there by Vijal. Finds Mejia. Mejia with the left and just missed. The chance there for Atlanta United 2, and Mejia knew it.
Free kick caught everyone by surprise. Vijal gave it to Mejia. Cut to his left. I think that might have actually hit the far post.
I think you're right. Lamb finds David Mejia with a little bit of space. Sheldon closes the door. And you're going to get another whistle from Johnston here.
He's on a yellow. That's got to be a second yellow, and Sheldon has to be off.
There it is.
Easy yellow card. Studs up even with the right foot. Watch this take from David Mejia to bring that down. Overcommit from Sheldon. You can see the studs on his boots.
Just inside the area. Kwakwa was there to defend. Vijal, chip. Conway, header in!
From Jonathan Vijal to play that up for Jackson Conway. Go get it!
Mikey Ambrose again. He'll send it far post. Kuzminski in between ideas. Conway, header, breaks, 2-1. Gets around Hogan looking far post. Too much for Conway. Vijal has it. Chip to Jackson Conway. Turn it in! Hat trick for Jackson Conway.
Supporting cast. Darwin Mateus picks out Vijal on the backside. And the little flick.
Johnny Fortune, a lot of room. Cuts it back to Conway, who missed. Volley it in!
He only played 7 minutes coming in. Injured in the last preseason game.
And that'll do it. Atlanta United 2 in a rivalry game.
So Jackson Conway, the natural hat trick for Atlanta United 2. Jack Collison and the Twos getting their first win of the season, first full points. And that gets them on the board off the schneid of not having scored at all this season leading into that particular match at 0-3. Big win for them against Connor Casey and the Charleston Battery. So let's set you up for the weekend, looking at life in the Eastern Conference from the top. Lou City has won 3 of their first 4. They're at 10 points. Tampa Bay 2-2 in their first 4. They're at 8. Pittsburgh and Loud United both at 7, both at 2-1-0. Pittsburgh has scored 6 goals to Loudoun's 4. That's why Pittsburgh is in 3rd. FC Tulsa is in 5th with 6 points, as is Memphis 901, but FC Tulsa +1 in goal difference. Also on the board at 4 points, Le Rouge, Detroit City at 1-1-1. The Miami FC is in 8th right now. Atlanta United 2 with their first win of the year. They're now at 3 points, 9th in the Eastern Conference, ahead of Charleston on goal difference -2 to -3. Red Bulls 2 is at 3 points as well after that win against Atlanta United 2. They have lost the 3 surrounding it. They've given up 7 goals in their first 4 matches. Hartford Athletic, Indy 11, Birmingham Legion, they are each at 1 point, 12th, 13th, and 14th in the East. In the Western Conference up top, Colorado Springs has won their first 3, have scored 5 in their first 3, and they are on top with 9 points. San Diego Loyal at a +3 in goal difference and having played 4 matches, also at 9 points. San Antonio is 3rd currently with 9 points as well. New Mexico United 2-1-0 in their first 3. They're at 7. Sacramento Republic, Vegas Lights each with 6. Orange County SC with 4. Phoenix Rising having only won once in their first 3. They're at 3 points ahead of Los Dos, Monterey Bay, and RGV. Oakland Roots have lost their first 3. They've only given up 6 goals. They're a -3 in goal difference. El Paso Locomotive, they've given up 10 in their first 3 matches, scored only 6. El Paso currently is at the bottom of the table in the Western Conference. Now let's set you up for the week that will be. And looking at the matchups, once again, you can go to uslchampionship.com for all the news that you need to know, all the standings and scores and voting. You can vote on a goal of the week, save of the week, and those are up right now as well that you can go and vote on until Thursday as you're listening, and then the results come out on the weekend. At the end of March, you have one match in the midweek on Wednesday, and it's at the Lab, New Mexico United hosting Oakland Roots in another midweek contest out there in the Western Conference. Then on the weekend, as March turns into April, Friday night football at Patriots Point in an east-west crossover. Vegas Lights having to travel all the way from Vegas to Charleston, 7 o'clock Friday night on April 1st. Big slate of games on Saturday, boatload of games on Saturday. We'll run through them real quick. 4 o'clock kick at Keyworth, Detroit City hosting Memphis 901. 7 o'clock, Hartford Athletic hosting Atlanta United 2 at Trinity Health. Indy 11 hosting Los Dos at the Mike. Pittsburgh hosting Loud United at Highmark. The Miami FC hosting Colorado Springs at Ricardo Silva. 7:30 Eastern at Protective. Birmingham Legion against Lou City. Tough contest for Birmingham, as Birmingham anticipated early on to be one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. 8:30 at 1OK Field. FC Tulsa hosting Red Bulls 2. 8:30 at Toyota Field in San Antonio. Phoenix Rising visiting San Antonio FC. 10 o'clock at the football stadium at Laney. Oakland Roots hosting Tampa Bay Rowdies. Another tough contest for the Roots out of the blocks. 10 o'clock at Hard Health, Sacramento Republic, and Monterey Bay. One match on Sunday, and it is San Diego Loyal at 5 o'clock Eastern time at Torero Stadium on the campus of the University of San Diego, hosting El Paso Locomotive. In the USL Championship itself, goal of the week nominees are out for week 3, and you've got a couple. James Musa from Phoenix against San Diego. Danny Trejo from Vegas against El Paso from about 35 yards out. Joel Johnson from Hartford against Tampa Bay. Dario Suarez from FC Tulsa against San Diego. And Wilson Harris of Lou City up against Red Bulls 2. Once again, you can go to uslchampionship.com, vote on that goal of the week nominee for week 3. And when the save of the week nominees for week 3 are posted, you can also once again go to USL Championship, and you can keep an eye on that one as well and vote on that one. Vote early, vote often, vote for your favorites. Power rankings are out for week 3, and quickly we'll go through the Eastern Conference sides. Top 10: Lou City, Tampa Bay, Colorado Springs at number 3, San Antonio FC down 1-4, and this is once again courtesy of our friends at the USL Championship. San Diego 5, Pittsburgh 6, New Mexico United down 1-7, Orange County at 8, Sacramento Republic at 9, FC Tulsa at 10. Other Eastern Conference teams: Loudoun United 11, Detroit City at 12, the Miami FC at 13, Memphis 901 at 14, Birmingham Legion down 2 spots at 0-2-1, down to 17. Indy 11 up 1-21. Hartford Athletic up 1-22. You have Atlanta United up 2-25. Charleston Battery at 26. Red Bulls 2 at 1-3. They are at 27. News from the league in and of itself. The USL has bolstered their leadership structure, building up their business presence in New York. A couple of senior moves. Friend of the network at SDH, Court Jeske, has been elevated to Chief Commercial Officer, and Greg Lawless is now the Chief Marketing Officer. You can go once again to the league website, uslchampionship.com, to hear from USL CEO Alec Papadakis about those particular appointments and promotions and what it means to the league across the board. When we get to Team of the Week, obviously you could probably vote for Jackson Conway for Goal of the Week with what Jonathan Vijal and everyone up front for Atlanta United 2 was up to as well. So that's a quick look at life here in the USL Championship. If you are close to a game and you can catch a game, big weekend, first weekend of April with a lot of home matches across the board, go catch a home match. It's quality entertainment, and you get to see a lot of great talent in the USL Championship. If you can't make it for some reason, catch it on ESPN Plus. Listen to your local audio providers as well. Great content provided all season long by teams in the USL Championship. For everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the matches. We'll keep an eye on Atlanta United 2 and Hartford, and we'll report on it all next week.